What's up, you guys? Aja Adore here, and welcome to the Zen Spot. Welcome to the first episode. I'm so excited to start this journey with you guys and build this community. The first episode is going to be talking about Zen in finances. Money, the thing that we all need to survive day to day, but it's one of the things that cause the most stress in people's lives. So I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that have been working for me and that I know work for plenty of other people when it comes to staying positive and not getting stressed out over things like bills and wondering if enough money is coming in and how am I going to afford this? How am I going to do this? So I think these tips will help you guys out if you focus on them day to day and month to month. So my first tip, I don't know if you guys have heard of a guy named Dave Ramsey. He's amazing. He's really gotten my life together. He just sucked me up and got it together, you guys. After I started watching his videos, let me tell you, there was a calm about money that came over me once I started implementing his ideas and practices, and I feel amazing. If you guys go check out his videos, you'll see his list of things called the baby steps, and they just help you get organized and stay focused when it comes to dealing with your money. My first tip is going to be create an emergency fund. When I got my emergency fund together, my fully funded emergency fund, I never think about if I'm gonna have enough money next month, because I know if there is an emergency and God forbid anything happens where I can't work, my husband can't work, if something were to happen in an instant, I know we would be covered because we do have that emergency fund of 3 to 6 months in expenses. What you wanna do is get your monthly budget together and determine what amount it takes to run your household. So say it takes $5,000 to run your household, then your emergency fund would want to be between $15,000 and $30,000, and just have that set aside so God forbid anything does happen, you can pull from that until you get everything back on track and figure out your next move. So that is my number one tip, because I'm not stressed at all anymore. Like, that alone just takes care of everything. So I would highly recommend doing that. My second tip definitely correlates with the first one, and that would be creating your monthly budget. So that could have been number one, but I just feel like that emergency fund, that is my everything right now. So for creating your monthly budget, what you want to do is you want to sit down and write out every single thing that you spend money on per month. Electricity bill, cable bill, phone bill, groceries, gas, going out to eat, anything that you think you need or want every single month. You want to write that stuff down. You want to calculate it to the T, the exact amount that you think you'll be spending on said item. So you'll write down gas, and say you spend $100 a month on gas, so you'll write $100 next to it. It's not rocket science, of course, but I want to explain every detail for someone who might be new to creating a monthly budget, because it could be a little bit of a learning curve, and it's a little bit stressful at first, just like figuring out where all your money is going. But once you get that in check and you reel it in, it changes the game. You will see exactly what you're spending money on and exactly what you're wasting money on. So that is my tip number 2. It's amazing. It's helped me so much. And you want to do this every single month, because things change month to month. Maybe next month you'll have something that you're expecting that you want to include in that budget. And if you write it down, it keeps your brain organized, it keeps your thoughts organized, and it lets you know what you need to be making. And if you're spending more than what you're making, it lets you know where you can cut back. So tip number 3 is try not to live beyond your means. Once you get that monthly budget down, you'll see exactly how much it takes to run your household, and then you'll see exactly how much you make at work. Make sure that you stay within that monthly budget, unless you know you're going to be making an extra bonus the next month. But even then, you want to you want to keep it tight just in case that bonus doesn't come. You don't want to be digging into your emergency fund for things that aren't really an emergency. If you know that your bills are going to be this amount next month, then don't go out for that meal, you guys. I know it's hard. Cooking sucks sometimes and you want that quick meal, but think about the long run. In the long run, you want to be saving money, you want to be investing, you want to be building wealth. And these are tips that help, get onto that path. These are things that I'm doing myself. So I can honestly attest to them and say that they help so much. We're creating Zen in finances, and this is the way to do it. It's to be on top of it, it's to know where your money's going, and it's to know what is happening day to day. So my fourth tip is, and this is another thing from Dave Ramsey, is to try your hardest to stay away from debt. So stay away from it. If you can't afford it, don't get it. If you start building up these monthly payments, these car payments, racking up the credit card debt, and then you look back and you realize you're $50,000 in debt and you're like, how did this even happen? But it's because those little day-to-day things, swiping the card on things you can't afford, will set you back greatly in the long run. So I would suggest just planning things out. So everything is correlating in this list, okay? Once we go back to our monthly budget, we see what we're spending, then we know the amount that we have left to play with. So if you know that you have $500 spare next month and what you want to buy is $1,000, just save up for 2 months. Only 2 months. Just wait 2 months to get that thing that you want. Pay for it with cash and be done with it. That's definitely my tip number 4. And you guys, tip number 5 is probably the biggest tip of them all. Stay positive. Stay positive. Keep your mind relaxed. Don't stress out over little things. Because once you start stressing out, then you start acting irrationally and you start doing things that you wouldn't normally do if you had a calm mind and a calm energy. I'm going to be talking a lot about meditation throughout this series. And meditation, it really helps with everything. You just need to take a moment each day and be calm and be with yourself and think about that day and plan that day out in your mind. It will definitely keep you from, overdoing things, overpowering your mind, and acting irrationally. If you guys start implementing these 5 tips right now, let's do it right now, you guys. Right now, just get it started. I'm telling you, like I said, just with number 1, it takes time to build the emergency fund. But man, when you do, stress-free living, people, stress-free living. And I definitely, like I said, recommend checking out Dave Ramsey. He'll break everything down step by step as far as getting out of debt and then building your emergency fund, which is a step that I didn't talk about in order. So I would suggest going to him. But once you do clear your debt and you build that emergency fund, the stress just melts away and you live stress-free day to day when it comes to money and finances. And that is the number 1 stressor in people's lives. Thank you guys for tuning in for this first episode. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you all. And hopefully we can all start creating peace and zen. Let's definitely keep the conversation going in the comments. If you guys have any ideas for people to help keep stress at bay when it comes to money and finances, type away, get those Twitter fingers going. Let's help each other out. This is what we're here for. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with anybody that you think it would be helpful for, and let's do this. I will see you guys next week for another episode here at the Zen Spot.